Hi there! Today we're going to talk about a brand audit. So we will explain what a brand audit means and the purpose of running one. We'll also go through a step-by-step guide of how to run a brand audit for your business. A brand audit is like a checkup that evaluates your brand's position in the marketplace and helps you understand all its strengths and weaknesses. It's an evaluation of your brand's equity. So let's take a step back to define what brand equity means. Brand equity is the value and power of the brand that determines its worth. The power of the brand is determined here based on 5 main elements. The first element is brand awareness, and this is concerned with answering the question of, do people recognize that brand? Can they also recall what category that brand is in? The second element is brand loyalty, and this reflects how faithfully customers stick to the brand through repeated purchases, despite competitors' efforts to lure them away. Loyal customers are less sensitive to price changes, and that's why that causes a reduction in marketing costs and provides a stable source of revenue for the business. The third element is brand associations, and you can say that every point of interaction between customers and brand forms an association. Customers form brand associations on the basis of quality perception, their interaction with employees and the organization as a whole, maybe advertisements of the brand, and price points at which the brand is sold. Brand associations could also come from the product categories that the brand is in, product displays in retail stores, publicity in various media, celebrity associations, and also from what other people tell your customers about the brand. And this is not even an exhaustive list. Element number 4 is perceived quality, and this refers to the customer's perception of the overall quality or superiority of a product or service relative to alternatives in the market. High perceived quality can enable a company to differentiate itself from competitors and charge a premium price for that. The fifth and the last element that contributes to your brand equity is brand assets. And this includes other proprietary brand assets such as patents, trademarks, channel relationships, and so on and so forth. These brand assets can provide a competitive advantage and protect market share through creating barriers to entry for other competitors. The purpose of a brand audit is to evaluate all these aspects that form your brand equity. A brand audit helps you figure out what's working with your brand strategy and what could use some improvement. Among other things, your brand audit will help you accurately assess your brand's current strengths and weaknesses and learn how your target demographic really perceive your brand. You need to know there are 2 types of evaluations that you should run in a brand audit: internal evaluation and external evaluation. Internal evaluation includes an analysis of the brand's core identity, value proposition, positioning, and messaging as well. It may involve assessing how the brand is perceived and used internally within the organization, as well as the brand's alignment with the company's vision, mission, and values. Internal evaluation also includes an examination of the brand's visual and verbal components, including its logo, tagline, colors, fonts, and overall visual identity. Furthermore, this internal evaluation assesses the brand's marketing strategies, communication channels, customer relationship management, and employee engagement in maintaining the brand image. Any aspect of your brand that you can control or manage is subject to internal evaluation, and this composes the bigger part of your brand audit. There are so many things that you can improve here, from your customer service to your communication strategies across all channels. There's endless opportunity for improvement here. Then we come to external evaluation, which involves understanding the brand's position within the market, its competitive standing, and how it is perceived by external stakeholders, especially customers. This process may involve conducting surveys, focus groups, or interviews to gain insight into customer perceptions of the brand. It can also include a competitive analysis to understand how the brand stacks up against its competitors. So now let's go through the steps of running a brand audit one by one. Step 1 is setting clear objectives. So firstly, you need to establish why you're conducting a brand audit. Are you looking to redefine your brand, understand your current market position, or are you preparing for a rebrand? Setting clear objectives will guide the entire audit process. Step number 2 is creating a brand inventory. And that means that you should collect all the tangible elements of your brand. That includes everything from your logo and tagline to your marketing materials and online presence. Your brand inventory should include all products, services, and sub-brands under your brand umbrella. It should also include all forms of brand communication, including website, social media, print materials, advertising, newsletters, blogs, and so on and so forth. A part of that is also your brand's visual identity elements like logo, color scheme, fonts, and so on. And finally, you should collect all brand messaging, including your mission statement, vision, and value proposition too. Step number 3 is conducting a brand exploratory. The brand exploratory stage is about researching and analyzing how your brand is perceived by both internal and external stakeholders. It typically involves the internal perception of your employees about your brand and the external perception of customers and potential customers, of course, in addition to a competitive analysis. Through focus groups, meetings, and surveys, you can find out a lot of this information. Step number 4 is to analyze the data. So take the data that you've gathered during the brand inventory and exploratory stages and begin to analyze it. Look for strengths and weaknesses, areas of consistency and inconsistency, and also opportunities for improvement. Specific areas that you should be considering include brand positioning, like a question such as, does your brand have a clear and distinct position in the market? You should also consider the brand identity. Is your brand's identity clear, consistent, and aligned with your business strategy? There's also the brand perception. Does your brand have a positive image among your target audience and stakeholders? And finally, the brand differentiation. Does your brand stand out from the competition in a meaningful way? These are all important things that you should analyze at that stage. Step number 5 is to develop a plan. So based on your findings, develop a strategic plan to address the issues identified during the audit and enhance your brand's performance. This plan may include different aspects such as brand strategy, and that means that you should define or redefine your brand's mission, vision, values, and personality to guide your future brand activities. Other aspects of your brand plan could be brand positioning, and that means to determine how to uniquely position your brand in the market to differentiate it from competitors. Brand communication is also another part of the plan, so you should develop strategies to communicate your brand effectively and consistently across all channels. And finally, there's also the aspect of brand management, and that means that you should establish guidelines for maintaining brand consistency and integrity over time. Now, thank you very much for watching this video. We hope that you now understand the concept of a brand audit and that you're ready to run one by yourself. But if you have any questions or you need any help with that, we're happy to help you. Just drop us a comment and we'll get back to you.